Hi guys, welcome to Amina Eats. It's a Saturday night and my Saturday night takeaway today is going to be that viral doner kebab that's been going around on social media. So to start off with, I've got my bowl, I've got everything else that I need. I've got some blended up onion, garlic and some actually fresh parsley because I didn't have dried. Got all my dry spices, I've got some more dry spices in there. I'll talk through those in a bit. I've got my 1/4 cup of yogurt. And of course I have got my mince mix, and this is lamb and beef mince mix. I think it's majority lamb. Okay, let's go. Okay, so the beef and lamb mince is in my mixing bowl, and to that now I'm gonna just go in with everything. So my hands are also washed, I've washed them, they're nice and clean, and we're gonna go in with my onion, garlic and parsley blended up mixture. And this was 1 onion, and it was about 5 medium to large cloves of garlic, because I love my garlic, and a good handful of fresh parsley. I didn't have dried. If you were going to use dried, I think the measurements were around a tablespoon. So I think this has yielded way more than a tablespoon, because if you're using fresh, you tend to need a little bit more than the dried. So there we go. That's for the first ingredient. And now for spices. So I've got here 1 teaspoon black pepper, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon of paprika. I actually mistakenly put in 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika and then 1/2 teaspoon of normal paprika. I didn't realise it was smoked paprika when I went for it. This should be interesting. It'll probably end up having a bit of a smoky barbecue-y taste, I would have thought, which probably work. We'll see. And then 1 tablespoon of ground cumin powder. Let's go in with that. Lovely. Oh, what's happened there? Get all those spices in. Okay, next for the spices, so in here is 1/2 teaspoon of ginger powder, cinnamon powder. I used whole cloves, and I peeled back cardamom pods and actually took the seeds out. And so this is about 1/2 teaspoon of each of those 4 spices, and I blended up the mixture to a nice powder. I'll go in with that as well. And last but not least, 1/4 cup of yogurt. Let's just get that all in there. And time to mix it all around. Okay, there's no easy and fun way to do this, and I'm not using gloves. My hands are clean, like I said, so I'm just gonna go in and squidge this all together. I'm gonna keep mixing this until all the spices and all the herbs are evenly distributed, and we've got a nice homogeneous kind of mixture, because we don't want it to be like mincy, we want it to kind of be ground down. I've seen in a few of the videos they are actually blending this mixture up, but I'm not going to be blending mine. To be honest, if I blended it I would have had to do it in 2 batches, and I ain't got time for that. So we're going to do it this way. Okay, you keep mixing this. It's almost like you're kneading bread. So you're kind of bringing it over and kind of folding it down with the palm of your hand. And then once you're happy with this and you've done it and your arm is absolutely aching, you want to stop. If I could tell you the smell that is coming from this right now, oh my god, it smells absolutely amazing. It's not even cooked yet. I know you can eat mince raw, but trust me, I'm not tempted to eat raw mince by any means, but it does smell absolutely amazing. So I think this is ready, and I'm going to start putting it onto the baking paper now. Okay, so here we've got my baking paper, which, bit of a blue Peter thing, I cut 4 earlier and left them aside. So here we go, that was done really quick. So we've got my rectangular baking paper. You can actually buy baking sheets separately, so you don't have to bother about chopping them at the right length, if that makes your life a bit easier. But I've cut about 4, so I'll see how I go with this mixture. So I'm just gonna dollop a bit, and time to just kind of like smooth it out. A lot of people have been adding oil in their mixture as well, in their mince mixture, although I have opted not to go with oil. The reason being, there's a lot of fat is going to come out of this mixture anyway. So I don't think we need oil. But basically I'm going to keep going like this, flatten it out until the whole paper is covered, using more mince as I need it. And I'll show you what that looks like in a bit. Okay, doing it the way I was doing it is taking long. I can see now why people are using the rolling pin. So let's give this a go. So I've just put another bit of parchment over the top. I'm just gonna roll this now as flat as I can. We want to get it right into the corners, into the edges. You can tell I'm a novice and I've not done this before. Okay, let's keep going. I think it's looking all right. Okay, so this is what it looks like when I took the bit of parchment that was on top and I rolled it off. This is what it looks like. So I've actually used the rolling pin and spread it all the way as far as I can into the corners. So now to roll this up. I've got it as thin as I possibly can. I think we've been rolling it around like that much, I think. So let's go. Just gonna keep going. Okay. Great stuff. I'm going to pick it up and put it into my tray. You can't see the tray, but it is here. Okay, and I'll start with another one. I'm going to keep doing this until all the mince mixture is finished. Okay, so here we go is my last roll. Just going to add that in there. So I've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 baking paper parchments rolled up, all with the doner kebab, and it's ready for the oven. The oven has been on preheat since I started everything on 220 fan, and they're going to go in for 15 minutes. Okay, so while I'm waiting for the doner kebabs, time to make a little bit of a salad to go with it. So I'm going to make some sumac onions and just very quickly thinly slice this red onion. On the mandolin, do watch your fingers. This thing is super sharp. Okay, you can see the slices are coming out so nice and thin. So I'm just going to keep going with this until I've done both onion halves. Okay, so the onion's been sliced nice and finely. And now for the parsley. And I've just taken the leaves and the kind of soft stems. I've left the chunky big stems because we don't want that. I'll do it. I'm just going to whack that in there. Okay, then we want to go in with a squeeze of lemon. We're going to finish off with a pinch of salt and some sumac. I'm just using some sea salt flakes, and I'm literally just going to go in with a small pinch. And then some sumac. And again, a couple of pinches for the sumac. And then I just want to give that a little bit of a stir. And all those juices, natural juices, are going to come out because of the salt. And the onions are going to go a lovely, even more of a pinky hue because of the sumac. And then when I'm ready to kind of serve that, I will drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil. So there we go. So that's what it's kind of looking like at the moment. Okay, so just for a little bit more salad, because obviously all we've got is the onion, I'm just going to cut about 2 inches of cucumber there, 1 tomato, and I've got some baby gem, little gem lettuce, sorry, not baby gem, which I'm just gonna roughly chop. And to have with the doner kebab, I'm actually doing some chips, just some oven chips to make it nice and quick. But I've also got some flatbread as well. Okay. De-seed the cucumber because we don't want it to be watery. I do want it to have a little bit of a crunch, the salad. I'm just going to take the seeds out. I'm just going to roughly chop these as well. I'm going to chop the tomato and I'm going to add in some parsley as well. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes. Let's unravel one of these. It does have to go back in, but it's only going back in to kind of crisp up. So that's what's kind of looking like. Oh, it does look like a doner kebab. Wow. Okay, let me just carry on unpacking all of these. Okay guys, so just take a look at that already. Look how super thin that looks. It just looks like doner meat. So as you can see, because where it was rolled, obviously it has caught, crisped up a bit, but the bits that were like kind of rolled within in the middle, they haven't quite caught the heat. So they haven't crisped up. So I am just gonna put this back in the oven for about 5 minutes, just so all of the other pieces can crisp up a little bit, so we've got a bit of an even char. There we go. Okay, so here we have it. The doner's just come out of the oven. I'm just gonna break it up so that there's little pieces, just like they would shave it off. Okay. Looking good, looking good. There we go. So there's my doner. Look at that. Lovely. And then to go with that today, we have got kind of shepherd's salad here, just cucumber, tomato, lettuce, parsley, bit of olive oil and a touch of lemon. Got the sumac onions, red onions, sumac, salt, lemon and a bit of olive oil and parsley. And I've made a little sauce here. It's just mayonnaise with tahini, black pepper, squeeze of lemon and some fresh parsley and some grated garlic. I think I said parsley twice. Anyway, and so yeah, got that to kind of drizzle over it. So here we have it, homemade doner kebab, Saturday night takeaway. We're going to have that with some chips. I'll see what it looks like. We'll plate it up. Okay, so let's plate up. I'll take a little bit of this doner meat. I like the crispier bits, so I'm taking crispier bits for myself. Salad. Just made oven baked chips and seasoned them with some piri piri seasoning. There we go. Drizzle over some of the sauce. Just whack it on. There we go. And then this one is an Algerian sauce. It's actually got a little bit of a kick to it, so it will work as a spicy sauce. And there we have it. Saturday night takeaway. Look.